Hi you guys, my name's Christian Gates, aka Makeup by Crystal, and this is going to be my first video, and I'm just going to do a basic makeup look to pretty much teach everyone the basics. A little bit about myself. I am 20 years old from Panama City Beach, Florida, but I currently live in Georgia for school. I started doing makeup about a year and a half ago. Yeah, about a year and a half ago, coming on 2 years. Started out as a drag queen actually, and I had some really great people that really helped me get a lot better a lot faster, and I want to do the same thing for you because I watch plenty of tutorials on YouTube, but tutorials are made for people that already know what they're doing, but I want my tutorials to be for everyone, whether you've never done makeup before or whether you just think that you're not that good at it. So that's what my tutorials are going to be for. So if you have any questions, please comment down below and I will help you out the best I can. And if you have any type of makeup that you would like me to do, please also go ahead and comment about that and I will help you in any way I can in tone. So what we're going to go through first is with a primer, and this is going to be weird, but I go in with my Monistat chafing gel. I know that's very odd, but it's actually really good and it's fairly cheap. You could buy it for about $7 at your neighborhood Walmart. So I just put a little bit on my hand and just rub that all over your face. And then we're going to go in with foundation, and I'm using currently Ready Set Gorgeous by CoverGirl, and I'm going to go in with my dampened beauty blender and I'm just going to pat it all over my face. So now that we've done our foundation, we're going to go ahead and go in with our concealers. I'm going to be going in with the color G6969, and they even come with a little applicator on the end, which is actually a really good applicator. So you're just going to squeeze a little bit up, and we're going to put this in all the areas where your face would naturally have light. So you're going to go under the eyes. That's where you're going to put most of your product, and just blend that down a little bit. And then you're also going to go a little bit on the chin, the upper lip, the forehead, and then we're going to go ahead and go and contour our nose. We're going to highlight first, and later on we're going to go in with our contour to really exaggerate this line. So just a really light touch and blend in a circle. So we went through and we've highlighted, and it's very subtle, but that's fine. But I am going to add a little bit more of this concealer under my eyes just to make sure it pops. Okay, and there we go. So now we're actually going to contour, and I'm going to go in with one of those Pro Conceals, and I'm going to use the color GC987. So I'm going to take that same applicator that's on there, and I'm going to dab that into the top of my temples and into my hairline. And I'm going to put one dot right here. I tend to have a very large forehead. It runs in my family. So I like to blend on the sides, and then I'll blend up into my hairline to give the appearance of a shadow that isn't actually there. We're going to go back into the same thing, and I'm going to show you guys a trick while I'm here. Contouring is one of the hardest things that I've been told. So if you take something like this is just from one of my eyeshadow palettes, and you're going to take it from the top of your ear to the corner of the mouth, that would be your contour line. So if you need help, just grab an envelope or something, put it on there, put your contour and blend right there, and then take it off. You're going to have a really sharp line, and then you could just take your beauty blender again and just blend up to get rid of that sharp line, unless you want the line. We're going to take that from the top of the ear like I just said. We're going to go down. We take our beauty blender that we just used, and when you're doing this, it's better to start at the bottom and blend up into the hairline. And if you get a lot of the contour under where you want your contour to be, that's fine, because later on, after we're done, we're going to go in with a more skin tone concealer and or your foundation, and re-solidify the line underneath it. So now we're going to contour our chin. And you're going to take that from the bottom of your ear or wherever you want the shadow to be cast, and you're just going to make your line. Now a lot of this on your chin goes a long way because the chin is harder to blend out for some reason. So you're just going to blend it through. Like I said, we're going to go through, and I'm going to be using a more neutral color for me. And it is going to be the color GC972. It's also known as natural. Because like I said, I'm going to put it under my made contour and blend it down to really give a shape. You're going to blend that down. And if you got a little bit of your contour from your chin up, just go ahead and use the same concealer to put on top of it to re-blend it out. And then after I've done that, I'm just going to go through and blend all of this up to make sure everything blends together nicely and there's no awkward lines. And now we're going to go in with that same contour that we just used, and we're going to contour our nose. So what I like to do is I'll start up here, right under the eyebrow, and I will just put a line. Go right between the nostrils and add your contour. Okay, we're going to take that color and we're going to blend it down and up. And we're going to blend that bottom. And now that I've done all this, I'm going to go back in with that porcelain color and just redefine the tip of my nose and redefine this line. Okay. And there we go. I like to go through and bake. So I like to go in with just a triangle sponge, and I'm going in with my Ben Nye Neutral Set Powder in the color Neutral, and put it under my eyes or anywhere else you have highlighted. Flip this over, squeeze it, and just apply. And we're just going to let that sit for a while, and I will be back. Okay, so we're back. We've let this sit for a couple minutes, but I'm going to go ahead and take my powder in the color Fair by Ben Nye. It's a translucent powder. And I'm going to put this under my contour to really get a definite shape. Okay, so we've let this sit for a good second, and I'm actually going to let it bake longer. But what we're going to do is we're going to take that neutral set powder that we had before, and we're going to put it all over our face, and we're just going to beat it in. And we're just going to take a huge fluffy brush. I bought this at Walmart. It was in an 18 pack for $20 a while back, and I've had them ever since, and we're going to brush all that off. We're going to go ahead and repowder under the eyes, and you're going to actually just leave this almost to the end of your makeup. It just really helps solidify your highlight. And what I like to do is I'll put this on there, and then I go through with my banana powder, which is a yellowish powder, and I usually go through and I just add that underneath to give a highlighting effect. It's from Ben Nye, so I'm going to take that same Fair powder by Ben Nye. I'm going to reapply a highlight here, and a little bit on the forehead. I'm going to go in with this fluffy brush. I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. bronzer palette. And I just swirl all the way around, and then I'll take that and just push in. I like to squeeze my fluffy brush and go ahead and push the colors in first, and make sure you blend it into your hairline. We're going to take that same bronzer and just lightly brush it on our chin line, and I like to blend that down. And we're going to pat this into the forehead, especially the temple area and up. And then I'm also going to go in with my Flower contour by Drew Barrymore. They sell it at Walmart. This is the color BD2. We're just going to really go in with this one. I'm going to take it again. Just pound it into the forehead. And then we're going to take that color and just blend it all the way down our neck. And I'm going to take that highlighting powder, the neutral set, put some on the tip of my nose, I use the finger for this one just because my finger can. And I go like this. We're going to go back in with that elf. And since this is our nose, you can't really just swirl all of them. So I like to go in with this lighter color. And I will go ahead and just put the base down. We're going to go in with this bottom one. And I like to squeeze to really give the shape. You're going to take it and brush it under your nostril. We're going to go in with that contour by Flower. We're going to do the exact same thing we just did. I'm going to be using my contour kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills, the medium to tan one. It's dark color in the middle, just to really add a lot of depth to the rest of the contour. And we're actually going to take that same color and we're going to lightly deepen the beginning of our contour. Fluffy brush and brush everything away. And I'm actually going to go through with one more powder, and this is the super white. I like to put a protective coat of powder on my nose, and I will put this on the tip, and it's extremely white. And I actually will do the same thing under my eyes to really brighten up some areas. And you're not going to bake under your eye with this because no matter what, it will start to cake. So you just want to have it there for just a few seconds is enough. Probably up to a minute, and then just go ahead and brush it all off. Except for the tip of my nose. I tend to keep that one on there for a very long time. And we're going to let that sit while we go ahead and add our blush. And I'm going to go in with my Romantic Rose. This is by Milani, and I'm just going to take a normal brush. And this is... It almost has no color, just visibly, but it actually just helps everything blend together. We're going to go in with that pretty pink. This is going to be like an everyday just walk around type of look. We're going to go in with that brush again and really brush it off. Makeup spray, and I'm going to be going in with my MAC Fix Plus. Spray it all over my face, and then I'll take my beauty blender and just blend out and just blend everything together. Go in with our highlighter, and today I'm going to be using my Becca highlighter in the color Moonstone. We're going to take the end of our beauty blender and just blend it up. Take that same highlighter, and I like to just add a dab of it on the areas that I've highlighted. I'm going to put some on my finger, and I'm going to put it on the tip of my nose to really give a definite shape, and I like to put some down the bridge. And after I've done that, I'm going to go back in with my Flower contour, and I'm going to re-contour the sides of my nose. I'm going to put just a tad bit under our eyes. Make sure you don't powder over the highlighter you just did. This is just going to have an extra layer to catch any falling eyeshadow. 152 palette by Coastal Scents. And we're probably just going to go in and I'm going to do a simple smoky eye for you guys. So we're going to go ahead and start with a peachy color. And I'm going to go in with this bright pink. I'm going to tap off, and I'm going to just put this all over my eye. I'm going to blend this up to my eyebrow. We're going to go in with one of my lighter browns, and we're going to go in with this one. And we're going to go ahead and start shaping the crease. Just take a fluffy brush and just lightly put color on there. We're going to lightly make our shape so we can follow it later. I'm going to go in with this one right here, deepen our crease. I'm going to go ahead and do a mixture of these two colors right here, this one and this one, and just really just pat that on the lid. Okay, and I like to just take that and really go underneath the crease we just created. We're going to use this one right here and give it a shape. I'm actually going to go in with this one right here, which has more warmth and redness to it. So we're going to use that. We're going to go redefine that line that we've created before we go add the black. NYX Avent Color Pop. And I'm going to use my brown first, and then I'm going to go through with the black. And we're going to do the same process that we've been doing. Let's go in with that black. I like to put the black on there, gently brush it on, and then I use my hand, take off the excess, and then we're going to use the black that we had on there to blend out. And we're going to do the same thing, add a little more black into the beginning of that crease. Brush off and blend it out. We're going to take that black again and just put a little bit over here on the lid. And what we're doing right now is we're smoking out our lid. We're going to go back in with those same two colors that we used the first time and redistribute the color. So now that we have that on there, we are going to go in with a light red. I'm just going to lightly brush this through this black. Going to go back in with those two colors that you originally had, the two corals, and just reapply them. Okay, and now that we've done that, we're going to take that original fluffy brush by ELF, and we're going to put a dab of that black and a dab of this brown. And we're going to use this to redefine our crease on both sides. And we are going to use this brush to pull some of our powder off, and then we're going to apply that into the corners. Flower, the Drew Barrymore, make our line. We're going to go ahead and pull from the tip of our liner down. So we're just going to pull the eyeliner down, close your eye, and just pull. We're going to go back in with that white that we used earlier, and we're going to apply this all throughout. I'm going to go in with those two corals and pull my eye down, and I'm going to apply it directly under my waterline and smudge it out. We're going to go in with that original black, and then we're going to blend that out and smudge it. We're going to go ahead and go in with our mascara, and I'm going to be using Manga from Voluminous Lashes, and we're going to go ahead and just apply that to our lashes, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing under my eyes. I'm going to be going in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in the color Soft Brown. I like to go in with my Tarte Maracuja Oil, and I like to just take a small angled brush with my dip brow and beginning to cut out the line for my eyebrows. Find where I want my eye to begin, and then just making the shape. Now that we've given ourselves the definite shape of our brows, we're going to take some color, and like I said, we're going to brush it up. And now that we've done that, we're going to go through with our concealer, and I'm going to use the natural that I used earlier, and you're going to apply this under your eye and just shape. This is Heathers by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a darker color, and we're just going to do our lips. And a fan brush. This one is by ELF. Just brush it on and apply. Brush it on and apply. You guys have enjoyed my tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching my first YouTube tutorial, and I hope you guys enjoyed my look. And I will see you guys later.